Hey guys, yeah, it seems Clive has already won an online tournament. Temper never sleeps, which, some people now say like, oh, it's just an online tournament. It is, you're correct, but Temper never sleeps is actually the most stacked online tournament in North America. Like, you have players competing there like Peeling, JoeCrush, Ty, like all those Shadow, right? Like all those amazing NA players. So what does this actually say about the character? I mean, obviously you can't make any statements from this. It was an online tournament like literally day 2 or like day 1 after, but it says something. The people played this character like in tournament. There were multiple people on Clive. They play the character. The opinion basically is really different regarding Clive, depending on like what. I mean, let's call it a bubble, right? Like what bubble of the community you're looking at. Either people hate him, think it is like basically, this is like legit the death of Tekken. Like people saying like this is way more absurd what this character is doing, what is on screen than what Akuma ever was, or Geese, or whoever, or Negan. This is like completely absurd levels of like insane shit. Or people love it. People completely are in love with the character, think it's a really good addition. But what does it say about the strength of the character? I think it is somewhat. It could be not significant because maybe the other characters were not quite that popular that people even wanting to play them in tournament after they came out. But this did not happen with Eddie. It did not happen with Heihachi even. It did not happen with Lydia. Obviously, there were a lot of knowledge checks in the game. People didn't punish it like. For example, Phoenix won, people did not punish correctly. But this goes both ways, kinda, doesn't it? JoeCrush as well. His combos were extremely unoptimized, his follow-ups were unoptimized. He multiple times hit Phoenix 4 on counter hit and followed with while standing 4. So the unoptimized part and not familiar goes for him as well. So what does this say for me? It says to me one thing quite surely. This character is relatively easy to play. Of course he is. Otherwise this would not be possible, right? This would have not happened with a character like, I don't know, let's say maybe Kazuya or even Akuma in Tekken. That this would not have happened on day 2, for sure as shit not. So yeah, these people, you can say, oh, the grand final, he also picked Clive, he switched characters around, yes. But they for sure as shit did not want to lose against JoeCrush, right? So it says something about, like, I think the difficulty of the character. He's extremely easy to play. I think he's strong. I think he is, I said he is top 10. But now, what else is going down? Well, we had this boomcast from like Rip and Suikin and Tasty Steve. And the reception in this is completely positive. Like basically everyone likes the character. Tasty Steve was mad hype, Rip as well. Their opinions basically changed. At the first teaser they thought like, oh, kinda lame. Then they saw the gameplay and were actually ultra hyped for it. So again, I said this, right? It is very, very grey. It depends on what parts of the community you look at. And either people are insanely hyped, think it's an amazing addition, amazing character, love it. Or people say it is a complete joke and basically a disaster that this character is even here. It is what it is, yeah. But now let's come to what the players, like what actually basically pro players think about the character. So let's start with a tweet from Nee, which he does not make any assessments yet about the character's strength, but he says whether there's complaints about Clive or not, Tekken 8 Steam users has gone up and interest has increased. Now, is it because of Clive or is it because it was a general DLC character? The same thing happened with Heihachi. We have to wait the numbers. If like the numbers increased like crazy, I mean, then he's like way more correct with this tweet, so we have to wait. But yeah, for sure as shit, I would also bet my money on numbers will increase drastically. Yeah. Next tweet, Landon D just finished Final Fantasy 16, blah blah blah. He's really hyped. Like, Landon D is really hyped about the character, played the game before, thinks he is fucking dope as fuck, he's my goat, like chat energy, protagonist. So Landon D also, one of, I don't know, is he like the number 1 lore right now on the leaderboards? Also seems to be a big fan of Clive. Now we are getting to the assessments, right? Yagami keeps it really close. Now we're getting to the skill assessments. Now we're getting to character strength assessment, yeah? So here we have Yagami. Yagami keeps it short and crisp. Clive is a very strong character, I think. Okay, so what does this mean? Basically top 10. Yeah, if you say this character is very strong, where would he put him in tournament play? Probably around like top 10. Yeah, so there's Yagami for you. Then we get a little bit more detailed with Book. So his day 1 assessment is down forward 1 I-14. So he says, okay, he means this probably as a negative. Yeah, down forward 1 I-14. It also does not have any tracking, and the frames on it are pretty crappy. Not many plus frames on block. That is true. The moves that are plus are very, very slow or very, very linear, like running 2. So most of the time, even his god moves, the god buttons like forward 1+2, ends his turn completely -8. Not many plus frames on block. Yeah. So low's not that good. That is also my assessment of it. Some people like memed this and said like, what do you mean? Down 1 is plus on hit. How is that not a good low? Well, yes, it is a decent low, but also it has no tracking. Even at +5, Clive +5, you can step this easily to your right, and it has quite a deal of whiff recovery, which means in this terms, because how do you use these lows? Oftentimes you use them as a poke follow-up, right? On like plus frames and shit. Now, if someone walks this for a down 1 attempt, you will legit get fucking launched. So the tracking on it is what makes it like a bit crappy, because it is easily steppable at most frame situations. So yeah, low's not that good. I would agree with that. Also down back 4, talked about it already. The low on paper, if you just look at the frames, you would say, oh, it's +4 on hit. What do you mean? It's a counter hit launcher. Yeah, it's decent. It's also decent, but it's -18 full launch on block, and it doesn't have any high crush. In a game where people tend to mash way more than in Tekken 7, that is actually significant. So yeah, I also would say, and then what does he have in the low department? What else? Full crouch down forward 2, yeah, okay. It's +2, decent range, it's a weapon, but it has no counter hit properties, all that. I don't know, like I would also say his lows are kind of crappy. Then we come to the stance low. Yes, sweep is good. He has good access to it, 4-4 into full mix, and can sweep you with Phoenix 3 or Phoenix 4. Yeah, Phoenix 4 is probably maybe even his best low, to be honest. Maybe Phoenix 4 is his best low, to be quite honest. Like the counter hit follow-up, super good. -1, you can enter a mind game on it. It has pretty okay tracking. Really good as an approach. It has high crush. It was very fast. So that could be his best low, to be quite honest. Most of moves, yeah, okay, that is most of, I didn't even read it prior. Most of moves like to turn to turn. Most of moves like turn to turn. So he's probably saying he gives up his turn a shit ton on his good moves, yeah, which he does. Combo good, wall carry, but damage seem low. I think when he says damage seem low, this is day 1, so he has not yet seen what is possible with heat, what is possible when you carry, when you optimize carry, so you screw at the wall and get the fly 2 ender. I would say his damage is really high, but maybe he did not yet know about this. Could be, or whatever, could be his opinion as well. Could be his opinion in the end still. Heat smash tracks, but short range. I-18 bit slow, I agree with this. On paper, I think he should belong to B tier. On paper, he says, okay. So he's like, he also says, okay, the character is not weak. B tier is not bad in this game, especially not in Tekken 8. Okay. So then we have the God King, we have Raev. God Clive to GOD, he's A+, in my opinion. So A+ means basically top 10. Because S is like 5 characters right now, or like however, like 3 to 5 characters. And A+ means top 10. Strong, but not broken. Pros, long range tools, can get high combo damage. So here, right, he played the character to GOD and says now can get high combo damage, which he can. Good stance, 50-50, yep, 4-4 plus 14, you can't do anything, you can't even rage art to get out of Phoenix 3. Really good, yeah, good counter hit tools, I would even call them excellent. Best keep outs, yep. This is the thing. Then when people said, oh, he doesn't get any Oki off of Fly 2, brother, this guy doesn't need Oki, you need to go into him. And he is not that good at approach, I would also agree, but he has really fucking good keep out, brother, like really fucking good. Good punishes, yep, and the stacks, so level 5 and shit. Cons, down forward 114 frame, yep, not only 14 frames on it are crappy, and no tracking at all. Not best lows, would agree, it's not the best lows. The lows are decent, but like they are overall, they are not I would call them crappy. Like I would, apart from like Phoenix 4 or some shit, but he doesn't have like the best lows. I mean, it is okay, he shouldn't have. His mids are godlike. If you would buff his lows in any way right now, the character would be fucking insane. Slow linear running mid, yep. People said like, oh, this move is, I said this move is decent, but I also noticed when playing this character, holy shit, like running 2 gets stabbed and evaded in situations where you would actually not expect it. So running 2 is legit way more linear. Like you need to really be sure to like how set it up on tech roll to make it like legit connect on block it, otherwise it's way too risky. Hard to approach opponents, I would also agree. Because yes, you can do Phoenix, but in Phoenix, people can obviously, if they're fast enough, jab you out of Phoenix, yeah? And then what do? You run in jab, your jab strings are also mad linear, you're down forward 1, run in down forward 1, or like approach down forward 1, mad linear, running 2, mad linear. What do? You approach with forward 1+2? Yeah, brother, okay, you approach into a -8 situations. You know, this is not, it's not an approach move per se, it's like keep out distance, tracking, yeah, it's all good. But yeah, approach tools, I would, or Phoenix 1+2 or something, right? Like, okay, slow mid, but decent, but you're -7, right? No follow up there. So yeah, he has not the best time approaching because of his linearity in these moves, yeah? The close-up game is a different kind of beast with forward 1+2 and all that shit, but yeah, approach. So, and what is amazing is in the comments to this, or in the replies to this, Raef, actually people were like, I don't know what is wrong with these people. Like someone said, wait a minute, can I get the tweet? Yeah, look at this. Did you feel the need to downplay how brain dead he is in every aspect to make it look like your GOD was more of an achievement? So this guy has to be a complete fucking idiot if he thinks that Raef has to present his GOD as a form of achievement. That guy won international tournaments. Like, it is unbelievable, like, with what fucking brain deads you have to deal on Twitter that are not even able to, like, for 1 second look at the profile of Dragon, or of Raef and see, like, what kind of player he is. That look at this, like, this is like small dick syndrome, right? Like, he's probably somewhere around, like, Heartstuck Mighty Ruler or some shit. And thinks like, oh, he is so brain dead. Do you think your GOD is an achievement? No, Raef doesn't think that. But do you think like his tournaments wins might be? You fucking idiot. So yeah, that is just a quick overview of like what right now the general tone is. I kind of think people, the problem still at the end is these two camps, yeah. You have the purist basically, or like purist old heads, you know, who like just simply, they already dislike Tekken 8 and the character like Clive makes them fucking rage on this game even more. But then I'm actually surprised how many people, because maybe I'm even also in a bubble, how many people react who react and have reacted extremely positive to this character, and also people who were skeptical, but then, you know, when they touched the character, were like, dude, this is amazing. Like, this character is hella fun. Like, this is just fucking fun. Holy shit. So, yeah, it seems to, like, we need to see. I still stand by my prediction. We will see this character in tournaments on the world stage. I am pretty confident in that claim. And I would also not be surprised if a Clive, if he stays the way he is right now, in Season 2 wins a Master event, but then again, Season 2 will shake things up dramatically, so we are probably looking at a quite different game then, when next Tekken World Tour starts to go in full effect. So yeah, but I hope everyone is like, I still hope like everyone is like kind of enjoying it, or maybe even, if anything, enjoying the discourse around the game. And, you know, because I want everyone to play Tekken, I want everyone to enjoy Tekken, I want everyone to have fun, improve if they want, and, you know, not be miserable while playing this game. And yeah, right now we have quite a few people in the, let's say, the more hardcore community that are pretty miserable playing this game. That is a fact. I could make a separate video about who is miserable, but trust me on this. So yeah, that is my quick overview of like how right now the gauging of the temperature basically. I personally play the character right now. I think he is legit. I can't lie, bro. He is just mad fun. It just is mad fun to play him. What can I say? That's my opinion on it. See you, and, you know, Merry Christmas, all that shit.